Good morning. It's another beautiful day here in Reedsville, Rockingham County. And it's a great, wonderful place to live if you're helping animals. There's plenty of animals that need help here. It's about 5:14. I got up around 3, went out, got the bulls from Mama out in the kennel and made her stuff. But day before yesterday, I was getting cyberbullied by Glenda Odom and this other idiot on my Facebook page was saying, "Oh, the dog needs to go to a vet. It needs this, it needs that." Well, we were already doing that and it did need to go to the vet. But yesterday morning, I got up and our friend Eric from Animal Control comes, right? And anyway, so we talked to him. He sees it and everything. Yeah, we lost some pups. Mama laid on them, and 3 of the runts didn't make it. And it was sad. And she laid on 4 of them, so we were down to 3. And we kept putting them back on there. We were bottle feeding, syringe feeding, and all that because they were so teeny tiny little cuties. And instead of saying, "Oh, Herb, man, I'm sorry you and your crew were going through that," Glenda Odom and this other idiot on my Facebook page started saying, "Well, they need this, they need that." Well, no, because it wasn't anything that they needed. We were giving them everything they needed. And she goes, and so, anyways, Eric shows up. And yesterday, the only problem we were having was that she was having this diarrhea. So I was gonna bag up some poop, hey, and take a bag of shit down to Dr. Chapel and everything, and do some fecals and all that stuff. So, but anyways, we need to take him to. So, anyways, Eric came and he saw the pups were doing good, and Mama squished 4, 3 passed away because they were little and not nursing right, and we were trying everything. Nothing we could do except be sad and do the best we can and make sure that the 3 bigger ones were doing good. So anyways, but they said, "Oh, you need to take, yeah, here's the result of these clowns that were cyberbullying that think they know something instead of coming and asking." And so we took her down, and we wasted Eric's time, the county's time, and our tax dollar. B, we wasted our money because it wasn't necessary to take him down. And I told Eric, "Listen, I was planning on taking a fecal down, but just to make his captain and everybody happy, we're happy to comply, right?" So we disturbed the nursing mom, took her down, took her puppies down, had a vet examine them after the shelters examined them, after we have, and after we got a line. I talked to Dr. Chapel and I talked to Dr. Miller, and I was doing everything. The only thing that we needed to do was get a handle on her diarrhea and and take a bag of poop down to him. But no, we must take him to the vet and spend money and waste tax dollar and waste Eric's time, waste my time, waste the vet clinic's time, upset the mama who didn't want to be transported with her puppies anywhere, and all that stuff. So I was saying, all we need to do is take some poop. We're not going to do anything different than what we're doing. Well, the one lady says, "Well, the vet can give them fluids." Well, so can we. And if you do sub-Q fluids and want them to stay warm, that lowers their temperature. Well, they need this, vitamins. We were giving them this. Okay. Well, they need this. Okay. And we were giving them this. And, giving them Imodium. Well, they need supplements. Well, we were giving her this because they didn't like the Tums, which has calcium in it. The calcium Tums, it's great for mama. So, okay. Wasting the county's time, wasting my time, upsetting the dog because Glenda Odom and some idiot wants to cyberbully me. Let me read what it says. Okay. Since we took it down, here's the vet results. It would have been better and easier on everyone if we'd have just taken a bag of poop down, because we're not doing anything different, not out of stubbornness, because there's nothing else we can do for that mama, okay, is history. Pedigree, puppy food, Purina high protein, flea and tick prevention, yes. Medications, no, but supplements because she didn't need medications until we did the fecal, the bag. Okay, currently being dewormed, yes. Calcium supplement and turns up stomach, supplement and turns up upset stomach. Allergies, none that we know of. Wait, diarrhea, very watery brown. Used to have blood, but that has since been resolved because we were giving her Imodium ID per the doctor when I called her. Oral health, normal. General appearance, abnormal. Underweight, BAR. That stands for bright, alert, and responsive, which she was. Indumentary, if you can't say acetaminophen, don't take it. Normal. Full, clean coat, no masses, no ectoparasites detected. In other words, ticks and shit like that. Anyways, objective. Musculoskeletal. I've had throat cancer, so it's hard for me to pronounce big words. Underweight, poor muscle mass, ambulatory by 4, no pain on palpations, long bones or joints, adequate ROM. That's rotation and all that and movement. Objective respiratory, normal condition. Objective digestive, normal condition. Abdomen soft, non-painful on palpitation, and no overt augmenting galley or fluid wave detected. In other words, like what Roxy had from her heart or any kind of internal bleeding. Anyways, digestive, normal. Abdomen soft and non-painful. No, I just did that. The urinary tract, normal condition, intact female, recommend spay, of course. All right. Eyes, clear and bright. Menace and palpable responses present. Anyways, in other words, she could move her eyes and everything's looking good. Like vestibular, it goes up and up and up. Anyways, ears, normal condition, clean, dry, no arrhythmia or debris. We take good care of her. Yeah. Okay. Objective, neural systems, normal, appropriate mentation, no CP deficits detected, full neuro exam not indicated. Lymph nodes, normal. Circulatory, normal. Good rhythm, good heart. Rectal, abnormal conditions. This is where the poop's coming in. Diarrhea, staining, preanal fecal smear show bacterial growth, spirochetes, and Clostridium. GI overgrowth. This is what we were going to take a bag of poop down instead of the whole dog and her puppies and get them all upset and waste a shitload of money because Glenda Odom and her freaky ass friend. Anyways, okay, underweight. Duh. Okay, that's why we were giving them all the stuff. So, anyways, had operations on my hands too, so it's hard to do. Here's the plan. Discussed findings with owner. Okay, prescribed metronidazole, Fortifloria, and Indesorb. Indesorb. Okay, to go home. Recommended Purina high protein diet, feeding her whenever she wants to eat it in order to increase her weight. Pregnancy, birth, and lactation cause large caloric defects that need to be corrected. Always, please stay vigilant with monthly parasite prevention. Okay, so that said, I told everybody she doesn't need to go to a vet. She just needs to be in there and get quiet. Yes, it was a tragedy that she lost the puppies. Yes, 3 were runts and they just didn't make it. Excuse me. This dog had no prenatal care. We didn't make her a skeleton. The owner did. She was owner turn in. Then she had puppies. We were playing catch up. Okay. She was nursing them. She was producing milk. And then, she was underweight. So the milk probably wasn't all that, whatever. And if it was, it was draining the mom. So we were giving her the vitamins, the calcium, the calories, the this, the that, everything she needed. The last thing that dog needed was to be bounced around down to the vet. Yeah, sometimes bad things happen in the country, and it's never good when you have a mixed breed animal that looks like Skeletor nursing puppies. So, Glenda Odom and the idiot that cyberbullied me, A, wasted the county's time, wasted my time, wasted homeless animals' money. And it's not about the money. We were doing what was right and appropriate. Wasted everybody's time, okay? Because they didn't like what they saw. I didn't like what I saw. How do I put this? Cyber bullies and these humaniacs that think they know something hurt the animal world more than you can say. I mean, we've been cyberbullied before. Never done anything illegal. Never done anything inappropriate. But detectives have been in my house because cyberbullies think they know something. People think they know something about these animals. Found nothing wrong. Nobody's ever come up and said, hey, and talked to me about it. They would like to be online to show their activism and be a bunch of morons, okay, and harass the people that are actually physically doing the work. A, there was no need to take the animal down to the vet clinic. It was examined by the shelter. It was examined by us here. All we needed to do was take a bag of poop down to the vet clinic, do a fecal, a float, and a smear, and we would have gotten the metronidazole, the probiotic, the Endosorb. We had everything else. Like I said, day before yesterday. Okay, we don't need to take her to the vet. Okay, we're working on it. If we couldn't get that, and we were addressing that, the diarrhea, because once again, we were giving her the Imodium ID that the vet said we could do, Dr. Miller, and Dr. Chappell said to do the got an itch. The Tums, which I've known to do anyways, but she didn't like it because it's got a flavor, so we went with gel capped calcium and Caro syrup and all the stuff. So Glenda Odom, and you idiot that was cyberbullying me last day before yesterday and wasting everybody's time and upsetting the mother and the puppies when they didn't need to go to the vet. Fuck you. Straight up. Fuck you, animal humaniac morons. I feel better. And God bless you at the same time. Love for all. What a waste of space those people are.